I think, against Aaron Wright for making a bit of contact against Austin Lawton. So that will go back to the Giants.
Yeah, good job by Lawton. Just be a pest. Make it difficult. Make Cheshire Phonix have to work on every defensive position when they're guarding the ball or the player or trying to box out for defensive rebounds.
Well, my apologies. The foul was not on Aaron Wright. It's actually on number 23, Ethan Chagwa. But nonetheless, Giants will get it back. Moves off one screen, goes in around the defense off the backboard. Lawton getting the offensive rebound. Stapley scrambling. Giants still get another chance, no good. Another offensive ball, but that's going to go back to the Phoenix. Giants being relentless, but nothing paying off, Graham.
Yeah, they really are going for it. This is great attitude, superb response after the big loss against the Gladiators. Coach Simonian's going to be happy so far, even though that play didn't go their way.
Phoenix currently with LaQuincy Rideau and Maceo Jack back on the floor. Aaron Wright with Ethan Chagwa. Down the lane goes up, finishes with a beautiful finger roll.
Yeah, this time Skylar White becomes provider. Super pass over the top. Stevens again, right at the hoop.
Well, Bossier going for another Hail Mary three-pointer. No foul called. This time it is. Well, you made a very good point, Graham, because the Giants' offense, when it clicks, it clicks. When it doesn't click, it just becomes a calamity at that point because, you know, it's such an individually based isolation offense. Sometimes, you know, you kind of want to see a little bit more of continuity, a little bit more synergy, but I guess that's just not the DNA of this team.
Yeah, again, it depends who you recruit as well. So Coach Simonian has put these guys together, and it's down to him, as we see Evan Walsh getting stripped ready for action, for these guys to connect and create relationships at both ends of the floor.
Well, good defense by William Lee. Another offensive board. Wright finds White. Skylar step backs, takes another three-pointer. Well, Giants allowing the Phoenix to get second chance after second chance at the moment. Well, that is, I don't know if you call that a block or a steal, but it's like taking candy from a baby, that is.
Yeah, Cam Holder made the wrong decision going in with the trees there.
Giants still leading by 1 point. Lee looking to isolate. We had Austin Lawton wide open on the pick and roll, and you know, Austin Lawton, you got to give him credit. Yeah. He was wide open, and he comes up with another offensive ball. Gets caught up in a jump ball, but that's a play you got to feed the big man. You got to give a bit of confidence to him.
Yeah, Lawton's a great energy player, and that's what I was saying earlier about everyone has their role. Some guys are just going to come in, play X amount of minutes, and be the rebounder, be a screener, be an energy guy. You know, Evan Walsh knows what his role is to let's get on the floor and get into the teeth of the Cheshire Phonix defense. But guys have got to be happy in their role and appreciate what the coach wants them to do.
Well, Evan Walsh, who's been one of the hottest players in the British Basketball League, checking into the game. Good defense. White was wide open. Now they're going to find Evan Walsh. He's going to lay this one up, and it's back to a three-point lead to the Giants. Walsh becoming, I like to call him the Theodoros Papaloukas of British basketball. The reference, 2005 Eurobasket champion and EuroLeague champion, who was the best player on all those teams coming off the bench.
Yeah, and Evan Walsh has done a super job. Bit of a dip against the Gladiators, same as a lot of his teammates last time out. He'll be wanting to get up to that high level he was playing at before.
Well, good defense by Lawton, but another offensive board. That's going to be a goaltending violation. Giants did everything right there, but they forgot to box out the Phoenix, who got another offensive board. 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. Northwest derby of the British Basketball League between the Manchester Giants and our host, the Cheshire Phonix.
Yeah, you've got to box Aaron Wright out in that situation, and they didn't do it, the Giants.
Well, Walsh doesn't take many three-pointers. His speciality is to attack the bucket as Lawton goes for a fadeaway inside the paint. Phoenix looking to retake the lead. Just over 1 minute here in the first quarter. Going for another step back. Hail Mary three-pointer off the backboard, no good. Giants now could go 2 for 1. It's now with just over 50 seconds. Walsh attacks, puts up a little teardrop. Another foul's going to be called. That's in the 4th team foul, so it will be a baseline ball to the Giants.
Austin Lawton again in the thick of it, just enjoy that role. And as Jamal Anderson's just giving him some advice and probably saying, great job, Austin, keep going, keep pushing, keep getting Cheshire Phonix in foul trouble. And And we've talked, you know, the commentators, everybody talks about Jamal Anderson a lot whenever Giants play, and it's good to see that they're playing well without him on the floor as well.
Jones trying to get this one inbound. Stapley going baseline, trying to isolate. Pump fakes goes up, gets rejected. Wow.
My goodness.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that is way out into the cheap seats. But Stampley, he's got two players on him, and then Cam Holden comes from the blind side.
Well, if you ever wanted to transition to volleyball, you definitely would have a career in another sport. That's if you wanted to, of course. Walsh looking to attack here, goes in with a little Euro step. Nice little teardrop.
Yeah, he has developed into an amazing one-on-one player, and that is just awesome, the way he's gone from his left foot to his right foot, changing direction to his right-hand side to finish off the play.
Well, another steal. Callum Jones comes up with it. He's going to lay this one up, a 5-point lead to Manchester. The shot clock is turned off. So Cheshire can't go. It's going to be a charge, surely. Oh, no, they called a blocking foul. Well, Graham, I'm going to let you break that one down. It's a very tough decision.
Cam Christian at pace, going towards the basket. It's all about, are the feet set? Is he, well, he's way outside the charge circle, so that's not an issue. And he looked to be square on and pretty stationary. We'd maybe need to see another angle to confirm that. But
it's a tough call, isn't it?
That looked a brave play by Austin Lawton, you know, a good effort.
Does give Ben Thomas a chance to chip into the deficit, but the Giants, if he makes this one, they will get another chance to extend this to potentially a 5 or 6 point lead going into the second quarter. 13.6 seconds left. Houston makes both free throws. Well, the Quincy Rideau coming back into the game. Well, Lewis is going to have to isolate. We're under 10 here in the first quarter. Giants lead it by 3. Lewis now had an option there, didn't go for it. Penetrates, goes all the way, avoids the block, still can't get it. Well, Basel fans, at the end of the first quarter, Manchester Giants, they lead this one 26-23 in the Northwest Derby. We'll take a short break. We'll be back momentarily. Welcome back, Basel fans. We're live here in the British Basel League. Brian Simonian, well, it's been a good response so far from his players, Graham.
Yeah, some really good defense. 4 of 8 from behind the arc. Just 3 trips to the free throw line. They're going to want to increase that, but if they keep pushing, Cheshire Phonix, then that will result in a lot more free throws. And then they go and do that.
Tried to go for a quick give and go, but ended up nutmegging Austin Lawton. That wasn't part of the game plan, of course, but still quite impressive.
Yeah, it was a good look.
Rideau penetrates, goes in, and another foul's going to be called against Callum Jones. So 2 free throws coming up here for the Cheshire Phonix.
Yeah, shaky start, though, for the Giants. The turnover, which, as we said, was unfortunate. And then just a quick crossover against Evan Walsh, and then Rideau's right to the front of the hoop and at the free throw line.
Well, he's been a massive impact player this season for the Phoenix. This is Phoenix every year. They go through this passage where they lose some of the great players of each season, but they always seem to find a new gem that comes in. Last season, of course, Maceo Jack was a new introduction for them. Now it's the Quincy Rideau, I mean, who's been with them for a while. But, yeah, they're such an exciting team. I don't know how they do it, but the formula always seems to work, doesn't it?
Yeah, they've got a fabulous team with the Quincy Rideau. Superb player, top of assists and steals.
Well, here's one way to convert the turnovers into transition points, but in the end, no, they turn it right back over. A little too much on the pass.
Yeah, really pushing in transition, trying to get that quick score. Didn't work out.
Well, Lewis kicks out, finds Walsh. Walsh fires from the perimeter. Another offensive rebound for Austin Lawton. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Austin Lawton. Now, Graham, I like your opinion on that one, because it did look like the defense ran into him.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough, because he's made all the effort to get the offensive rebound, and then he stepped across on after the handoff and after the pass. Was he still moving to his left as the screen was set? As you say, you don't always have to go chest to chest and make physical contact on a screen. Just set yourself up so you're in the way of the defensive player, then the offensive player with the ball can go to work.
Tough one, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah. I think that's really tough. Referees have called it. They're closer than us.
Well, Phoenix trailing by 1 point. David Olf currently on the floor for Cheshire. Time winding down here on the shot clock. Man, just gotten away with an elbow to the face. Callum Jones may have just been on the end of that one.
David Olf into the game, just giving Cheshire Phonix some size and some energy.
Jones still looks like he's in a bit of discomfort, but it will be a baseline ball to the Phoenix. Fresh 14 on the shot clock. Down the middle, finds David Olf. Olf goes in around, somehow gets out one to drop, the man from Liverpool.
Yeah, local player, just 3 points a game for the season, so he's right up around that already. That was a really nice play, inside action, and putting a lot of pressure on the Giants defense.
Well, Walsh penetrates, finds Stapley in the corner. He's made one through. That one just rattles its way in and out. Phoenix lead by 1. Leaving wide open. Chabas made one. He makes another one. Phoenix leading by 4 points. Manchester, they haven't done the game plan already. Cheshire Phonix like to shoot from the three-point line, Graham.
Yeah, they do. And Sharkwa with a massive rebound there. He's under 30% from 3, but not tonight. That stroke's looking real good.
Rideau's going to go in for a Euro step. Foul's going to be called on the ground. So no and 1. It's a tough one, because it did look like when he initiated the contact, he wasn't his 1-2 step. Let's have a look at the replay here. Yeah, I mean, the referees are talking it over right now.
It did look to be as though he was in his 1-2 step on his way to the hoop. He's obviously down on that Euro step move and then moving across to his left to finish. But again, that's a real close call.
So the foul was called on the ground. Baseline possession to the Phoenix. That's the 3rd team foul for the Manchester Giants. Wolf getting a handoff. Don't look to isolate now. Stapley trying to make it difficult. Nice idea on the pass, but they turn it over. Jones pulls up on the free throw line, and nobody there crashing for an offensive rebound but one player. Austin Lawton, he needs a bit of help. Another turnover. Well, can Giants get something from here. Walsh bumps, goes in the lane. And this one they're going to call a shooting foul because he was in his 1-2 step. So 2 free throws coming up for Evan Walsh. But I'm going to ask you the question. How is this any different from what LaQuincy would
be? A lot of difference.
It's tough, isn't it? Very tough. The margin is so fine.
Yeah. And these guys now are making such a variety of moves. It's not just straight line layups. It's changing direction. It's Euro steps. It's going off 1 foot, landing on 2 to go up. I mean, it's, you know, so the defense and the referees have really got to be on point.
I mean, you talk about different moves. This is one player I can compare Evan Walsh to. It's Manu Ginobili. It's always penetrations, Euro steps, and, you know, he's one of the best in the British Basketball League at breaking any defender down.
Yeah, sure. But one thing Evan has to work on is that three-point shot. If he gets consistent from behind the arc, that will create even more space for him going to the hoop.
Left a bit of time and space, goes up the wraparound. That would have been spectacular, but he's going to the free throw line. That looked like he was going in.
Yeah, I mean, Chargois such an athlete, whether above the hoop. I mean, that's big time. He's a big unit, Ethan Chargois. And he's hanging in the air and just didn't quite have the reverse English to get it to go.
Well, many old school British basketball will get this reference. Coach Chargois reminds me of one former London Tower player called Kendrick Warren. Played for the London Towers in the early 2000s. Very similar size, very similar games as well. But as you mentioned, very big, strong basketball player, but, you know, such a phenomenal IQ, but also very talented player too.
Yeah, and highly recruited at college level. Ended up his college career at Oklahoma, one of the top programs in the whole of the US. So super pickup for Cheshire Phonix.
It's going to go out of bounds. That's going to go back to the Giants. Phoenix leader by 4 points. Well, both teams just missing 1 and 2 free throws at the moment, but, you know, so far good tempo to the Northwest Derby here in the British Basketball League.
You can feel it's electric. The fans and the crowd are really adding to it, and you can see the importance of this game for both teams.
Well, Lee's made 1-3 right off the bench, no problem. Both teams making it rain here.
Yeah, William Lee, 33% three-point shooter. Great job, and the rebounds. He's starting to affect the game in a lot of different areas.
Giants trailing by 1 point. Just looking to go pick and roll, but now looks like he's going to penetrate. Fakes the pass, goes in. Bit of magic. Are you kidding me? Well, somebody get this man into the GB squad for February. He is terrific.
Yeah, that was a Ginobili-esque move. Finishing with the right hand. Maybe Ginobili would have finished with the left, but just great job from Walsh there.
Well, he puts Manchester back up by 1. Cheshire go for another 3. Weak side rebound. Trying to go baseline again. Get it rejected, but the follow-up. Well, first he tried to take a body, got rejected, but again, same story. Manchester just don't take care of the boards.
Yeah, good block by Legend Roberton, but you've got to be ready when that ball goes loose after the block, Manchester Giants.
Well, they're going to call blocking foul against David Olf. And another tough call because, you know, you could look at that both ways. Maybe they've got that one right, but David Olf looked like he tried to initiate the charge.
We've spoke about Legend in previous commentaries about let's develop. He needs to develop this post move. That could have been an offensive foul. Referees have called it the other way. So, but that's a nice job by Legend Roberton. Looking high, spinning left, finishing with his left hand. We know that he's one of the best shot blockers in the league, but add some post play along with his athleticism and size. You've got a real player in your hands.
Now, I'm going to ask you about that call because defensive positioning, if you look at every time Legend's trying to back him down, Olf is coming in with his arms to push him. Do you think that kind of went against him as well?
Possibly.
Well, there you can see Legend Robertson throwing it down with 2 hands, Graham. I think he hurt us.
Yeah, and I think so. Just hang around the rim and players like Evan Walsh will find you. But you're right. You can use your armbar, but don't overexert on the defensive end. Just try and create some synergy between you and the offensive player. Get him off balance.
Well, White going for another 3-pointer. Can't get it. A weak side rebound for the Phoenix. No penetrates. Chargois, one more pass in the corner. Aaron Wright tries a deep 3-pointer. That's good offense. It's a high percentage look.
Yeah.
The Giants looking to extend their lead. Walsh going in again with that Manu Ginobili-esque play. The tip-in's good by Nick Stampley, and it's all Manchester Giants.
Yeah, he's top 10 in rebounding, Stampley, but what a move again. Changing direction mid-step by Evan Walsh. Didn't go, but Stampley was right there for his teammate.
Well, another foul has been called. Wow.
Shoot that.
Legend Robertson. I don't think Jaguar appreciated the contact there. Well, Basel fans, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back momentarily. Well, Evan Walsh quite quickly becoming the Manu Ginobili of British basketball. I mean, this guy's trickery on the floor. It's the Euro steps, the fakes, the dimes, you name it. We got to get him. I sound like a broken record. Get this man playing for Great Britain at the upcoming FIBA Eurobasket qualifiers.
Yeah, and he could do exactly the same job for GB. Just throw him in there, get him running at the defense. They won't like it, Greece or Netherlands or any of the other teams in that group, and just let him do his thing. But that was really nice that he did that in the half court. He's 13 of 38 from behind the arc, so that's not a bad percentage, but he's not taking a real heavy load of threes. But nice for Evan Walsh to mix it up.
I'm about to send a text message to my friend at Olympiacos, Yanoulis Larentzakis, for the upcoming qualifiers. I don't know Evan Walsh is coming. At the moment, Ben Thomas has got to be thinking, this is becoming a tough game. But, what does his team have to do at this point to break down this tough offense coming from the Giants?
Well, they've got to slow Manchester down. They've got to keep off the balls, keep the ball out of Robertson's hands around the hoop, which they didn't do there, but he is massive. 7'1". He's by far the biggest player on the floor.
Legend Robertson, not renowned for his post play, a lot of offensive rebounds, putbacks, but that's something you want to see him develop. 3-point lead to the Giants. Bordeaux pick it up with Jaguar. He's got to get something going. Tries to go with a tough little Euro step of his own and just gets it to drop. Yeah,
and Aaron Rye is a similar sort of player, bigger size than Evan Walsh, but he can make all those tricky plays. Nice job, good touch around the hoop.
Well, Burton trying to use the strength here against, turns it over. Now Phoenix have numbers. Right to his left, but Bordeaux's going to go himself. Count it! Gets one, he's going to the free throw line.
Yeah, that was a really, really tricky play from Riddy. We just seemed to slow down more, and that got Evan Walsh out of this scene. And in that time, he definitely got to the hoop, and he definitely got fouled in the act of shooting.
It's amazing, though. It all starts with a turnover in the post from the Giants. They throw the ball down low to Legend Robertson. They collapse on him. They double team. As soon as they turn the ball over, Phoenix, they're so clinical at converting those turnovers into transition points.
Yeah, and for Legend Robertson, I'm sure he knows, and he's being told all the time, get the ball in the post. You've got to get the ball up.
A technical, Graham, has been called against head coach Brian Simonian. Oh.
Well, I'm not sure what he's complaining about. I'm sure we'll find out shortly. But his team Oh, okay. He thinks he took a third step. And if we were to really slow that down on that layup, I don't know if the third step actually went onto the floor before he let it go. Because a lot of these guards now, and you'll see it with Matt Morgan as well, they're almost making an understep where they're going under the defense before they go up to the hoop. And that's what Coach Simonia maybe is mentioning. That he's taken maybe a half step extra, but...
Now remember, there's a little bit of extra motivation for Brian Simoni and his players. Remember earlier this season when these two teams played each other in Manchester, Phoenix had won the game by a long way. There was a timeout called at the end, which, you know, the Manchester players and coaches didn't appreciate. So there is a rivalry between these two. It is a derby, we know that. But for Manchester, there's a little score they want to settle, Graham.
Yeah, and you can see the way they've come out. You know, let's see how Roberton does now. Keep the ball away from the defender.
Well, Lewis left way too wide open. Probably took too much time. Sometimes when you're just that wide open, you think about it just a little bit too much. As Chagwa fires a three, can't get it. Stapley with a rebound.
Yeah, Nick Lewis is only 26% from behind the arc, but he's a volume shooter from 2 and 3. He just needs to catch fire for Manchester Giants so they can create some separation.
Well, he's wide open on the pick and pop. Stapley's going for another one. This one's just off here. That's going to go out of bounds. That's going to remain Giants ball. Good job by Nicholas Lewis to contest for the offensive rebound.
Yeah, super job by Lewis. Just get after every single loose ball. Nothing's a lost cause. That's how they're going to be able to stay in contention with this super talented Cheshire Phonix team.
We'll see inbounds this one. Finding Lewis. Good defense again. They're trapping those ball screens at all costs. Chagwa going all the way. Finds Jack Hudson. That's a bit of legal advice there. Jack Hudson, a full-time lawyer, throwing the lob up. And Chagwa, I'm just going to attempt that was an attempted alley-oop.
Well, okay, well, not sure about that one, but Hudson can make that shot. He's a good energy player when he comes on.
Well, Lewis off the ball screen, can't get it. I'm not sure if they called the foul here or the delay of game, but Robertson did hit the ground quite hard. I wonder if it's his elbow. Let's have a look at the replay. Well, there was the ball screen set.
He's almost slipped or tripped over the ankle. He's landed on his back there. Hopefully, he's just a little bit winded and he's okay, because Manchester Giants, another player they need, absolutely firing tonight.
Where's the benefit now for the Giants, because Austin Lawton will be coming back in. Something they need from him, especially what he's good at, is getting a lot of offensive rebounds now. 2:17 to go. We do have a timeout. These two teams will talk it over, but it's been a roller coaster. One team takes a 3-4 point lead, then the other one comes back. I mean, as a neutral fan, you want to see this one go right down to the wire. Yeah,
we certainly do, and the Manchester Giants will be desperately wanting to stay in touch with the Phoenix and just stay connected. Don't try and do it on your own. No hero ball required. Just work together, both ends of the floor. Get after every rebound, every loose ball, because good things can happen.
Of course, I think one telling point for both these two teams at the moment. I mean, teams just probably want to limit their turnovers, of course, but well, you can see the score in the other game on Sky Sports between the Caledonia Gladiators and the London Lions, currently a 12-point lead. See the Caledonia Gladiators, well, could they potentially go 2 games consecutive victories against the defending Imperious champions?
Yeah, what a game it was down at the Copper Box when they won in overtime. At London Lions, a lot of injuries on the back of that game in Paris on Boxing Day, and just such a tough schedule for the Lions, but they've got to deal with it. Players out, Matt Morgan's out, Sam Decker. They're going to need big input from their supporting players and a lot of the guys that maybe only play small minutes.
Well, that game is the other game currently going on in the British Basketball League. Those two teams in the British Basketball League, and also featured in the highest levels of teams representing European teams from the league this season. Of course, Lions, as you mentioned, the Euro Cup, which is the second division just behind the EuroLeague. Well, nice hesitation by Rideau going in, and another foul's going to be called. But going back to the Caledonia Gladiators, playing in the second tier of FIBA's competition, the FIBA Europe Cup.
Yeah, but by name only, really, because some of the teams they were coming up against, Josh, like Bilbao, What a great experience for that club to get a taste of that. They went 3-3, didn't progress, but you know that's a great start for them on their European journey and get back in it for next season.
Well, Caledonia's goals going further obviously will be to try and qualify for the Basketball Champions League, but currently back here in the Northwest Derby, the Phoenix have a chance to get to a 5-point lead here with LaQuincy Rideau.
He's a low percentage shooter from the free throw line.
Well, they've missed 4 free throws as a team this evening. Makes the second one. 4-point lead, 2 possession game to the hosts. Giants, of course, not won their last 5 meetings against the Phoenix. Gordon's wide open, alley-oop time, connects with it. That's much better. That's what you're going to get from Mason Boursier, finding bigs off the ball screens.
Yeah, really smart play by the young Canadian and rewarding Lord because he wants to get some easy finishes by the hoop.
Rideau finding Aaron Rye. Quincy Rideau hesitated, takes the second time. That's way off the mark. Well, Aaron Rye saying he got pushed out of bounds, but the official saying he stepped out. So 90 seconds to go. Cheshire lead by 2 points. Giants will get it back.
Yeah, good job by Manchester Giants, just allowing Rideau only 1 shot.
You can see the 3-point percentages have dropped. I mean, the Phoenix came out this game like a house on fire, but since then, Greg, I mean, what is it? Is it the shot selection? Is it the defense? I mean, they haven't shot the ball well since then.
Yeah, maybe shot selection. They're not getting such easy looks.
Well, they tied up at 44 apiece. The wrong point went on the board. It should be 42-42, but I'll go back to the previous question. I mean, you know, it's tough to create high percentage looks. I mean, is it the defense from Manchester? What is it?
Yeah, I think they're scrambling a lot better, a lot more energy in the floor. They've only on the floor. They play Boxing Day, so what do we have? 3 days to recoup. They just look a lot fresher coming out. Boursier getting a start, so he's playing more minutes, and I think he's integral to them taking care of the ball. 22 turnovers against the Riders in that loss a couple of games ago. They've got to take better care of the ball, and they're doing that so far.
Well, Lewis now coming off 1 ball screen. Chance to give Giants a lead. Back out to William Lee. He goes for a step back. Just can't get it, and that's not a bad shot, but it's not the best shot they could go for.
Yeah, it's a tough shot over Skylar White, who moved his feet really well there, got his hand outstretched. Maybe 1 more extra pass would be better.
Chakwas made 1-3, goes for another one, no problem. And that's a high percentage look for them, Graham.
Yeah, little penetration by Aaron Rye. He's super smart from out of Dartmouth College. Kicks it to Chakwas, and that shot release is perfect tonight. It's the same every single shot.
Final seconds here for Lewis. Foul is going to be called. So 5.7, not the worst foul because it is a 13 foul, but the Giants need to be quick.
Substitutions for the Cheshire Phonix. Greg Wild, Jack Hudson.
Quick change here. Jack Hudson coming in. Probably a little measure from coach Ben Thomas to stop some of his key players getting into any more foul trouble with 5.7, but Boursier will inbound this one. Greg Wild from the Youth Academy coming in.
3-point ball game. Phoenix on team.
This is going to go right in the hands of William Lee. Lee's got to be quick. Lee kicks out. Boursier to tie it all up. The 3 is up. No good. Well, Basel fans, end of the first half here in the Northwest Derby of the British Basketball League. 3-point lead to the Phoenix. We'll be back momentarily. Welcome back, Basel fans, to the Cheshire Oaks Arena for the Northwest Derby of the British Basel League, where it is indeed a 3-point lead to the host of Cheshire Phonix. And Graham, it's been an upsy-turny game, but so far the tempo is there.
Yeah, it's really been a top entertainment. Both teams really going for it. And Manchester Giants, this is a good bounce back from the Caledonia Gladiators mauling, really, on Boxing Day.
Well, we got to break this game down, of course, because, you know, the Phoenix came out like a house on fire from the perimeter. But, you know, if we take a look at the stats, the three-point percentages haven't really gone in either team's favor.
Yeah, they both started off well in the first quarter, then they've dropped off in the second. 5 of 15, the Giants, 6 of 20 for the Cheshire Phonix. Free throws, a lot more from the Phoenix. Manchester Giants need to try and get to the free throw line a little bit more. Both assists, 11, and rebounds, steals, and turnovers. So not a lot to go between the two teams.
I mean, 7 turnovers relatively is okay for both these two teams, but it's something they definitely want to clean up if they want to go for that big victory, of course. But of course, there are your statistics from the first half in this game between the Cheshire Phonix and the Manchester Giants. Now it's time to relive the story of the half. And Graham, take us away. I mean, what was it that we saw?
Well, Bulsier starting the game, which he normally comes off the bench. He got that 3 early, and then Cheshire Phonix went bang, bang, bang with 3 quick threes. William Lee stepping out. Great to see him starting to get in. And then Legend Burton showing us some touch. We've seen the dunk as well and the post play. And then Hudson with the shot come past to Chargois, who again is having a big game for the Cheshire Phonix.
Well, Basel fans, we're going to show you a feature on some of the Manchester Giants players, while also showing you the top 10 plays of last week.
Oh, get him out of here early. Get him out of here early.
Hooping and Luton is the UK's #1 jersey destination. We're also a creative platform for independent UK basketball brands, basically showcasing the talent and creativity we have in the UK. So we've got everything going from All-Stars all the way to FIBA jerseys. We've got kids jerseys involved in there of all teams, special editions, British basketball jerseys, a couple of highlights going all the way back. So we've got some Brighton Bears and Dennis Rodman, the infamous Dennis Rodman stint. So these are some of the t-shirts which we designed with Josh Steele, a player. When we've got these guys which can do fire designs from there, then why not get them involved?
Shout out to the man.
So today we've got Nick, Evan and Legend coming from the Manchester Giants. Take a look around, we're going to get them to pick out some of their favourite jerseys, have some chats.
Now that.
What?
This is tough.
Actually, I might cheat that. I'm in love with this shirt, bro. Shoot.
Oh, get him out of here early. Get him out of here early.
My favourite jersey was actually what Stan has, but he won it fair and square. We know and talk about it. But my runner-up is definitely this Blake Griffin Christmas edition Clippers jersey.
Well, this is my favorite jersey because it was Legend's favorite jersey.
But definitely, this is definitely my favourite.
But that's Fletcher's last ever jersey.
Yo!
That's why I'm going to come here and give it to me on there. It's like, that's a little bit of history, that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna lie, they are horrible. That jersey is horrible. Yo, this though, the original.
That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah, they're not
I would say jerseys like they definitely paint a picture of a story of a franchise, bring that city to life. Yeah, I know. Culture plays a massive part, and it's about how that culture gets pushed the right way.
I think the culture is growing and the league's doing a good job of pushing it. It's just going to take time, but it's definitely growing.
He's taking it away. Here's Dusha onto Wiley underneath, and he finishes it well. And
wow, good energy there on the boards from Plymouth.
Taylor, beautiful pass. Olasheni finishes that one. Jordan Taylor directing traffic.
Yeah, what a pass.
Skipping it across, jab, drive, behind the back, Bibkins. Goodness, Jalen decked the halls with Bowser Holly. Oh my goodness.
Allen along the baseline is thrown out by Nicholas Lewis. What a block from Lewis.
Intercepted now. Here's Hart. Bounce pass. Dusha. Wiley. Plymouth City Patriots punching one at the rims in Surrey.
Get out in transition. Get easy bucket.
Long touchdown pass ahead. Matthew Morgan, can he make it? Oh my goodness. Matthew Morgan falling away from the basket.
Wow, here's Whelan driving hard. Blocked. Second attempt is blocked again. Third attempt, that one's rejected as well. None shall pass.
Goodness me, incredible protection.
Alley-oop to Wiley, and we have our first field goal of the game, and what a spectacular one.
It was, and it all stemmed from the defensive energy. 3 consecutive blocks on one of the best scorers in the league leads to that.
Sheffield Sharks will reset on that possession. Oh my goodness!
My gosh.
Early Christmas present, Jalen Pipkins, I told you, high flyer. Jingle bells, baby. Off into the hands of Gooden. Get his balance, but loses his footing. Gooden just throws that one up. Oh my goodness! Cam Gooden out of nowhere. Don't act like you meant that, Cam Gooden.
Wheeler with the rebound, trying to push the tempo. Oh, nice dot, finds Clifton Moore. Are you kidding me? Oh, baby! Clifton Moore Jr. just set the house on fire with that one. Welcome back, Basel fans, to the Cheshire Oaks Arena tonight in the British Basketball League. A lot of fixtures that have gone on this week in the Newcastle Eagles, of course, winning against Plymouth City Patriots. Bristol Flyers winning on the road against the Leicester Riders. Well, of course, at the moment, it is a 3-point game in the Northwest Derby. London Lions, Graham, turning things around after trailing by 12 points. Well, on Saturday, we have a doubleheader. Riders hosting the Sharks. The Patriots will be hosting the Eagles. On Sunday, the Sharks will be taking on the Manchester Giants. Well, of course, on Monday, Surrey Scorchers will be taking on the London Lions. Well, you know, one man who's played very well here inside this game between the Phoenix and the Giants has been Ethan Chagwa. Graham, he's been terrific.
Yeah, inside and outside, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. His average is 11.9 for the season, so he's already there, but he is a nightmare for anybody to try and deal with. He kicks that out and then gets the alley-oop back, or the attempted shot back. He's just been super smart. Right place, right time. Great high elbow and release on that three-point shot. Very dangerous player, top-level player.
Well, you can see that he's 6 rebounds away from a double-double, and maybe it could be wishful thinking. 9 assists away from an even potential triple-double. We haven't seen that this season.
Well, you know, he knows how to share the basketball. You know, nearly 2 assists a game. That's really good for a big man. So if he starts moving in that direction, maybe Rudy will give him some of his assists.
Well, Phoenix will get the first possession and a wide open look from the perimeter for Skylar White. And the Giants taking a lot of gambling there by leaving him that wide open.
You cannot do that. And Skylar White, rueful smile, because he knows that's his bread and butter. He just wasn't able to knock it down.
Well, Ben Thomas, what do you think was the message from him to his players at halftime, knowing that they're up by 3 points, but they have this record. They're almost a bogey team against the Manchester Giants. Yeah,
if you look at the stats on the previous 2 games this season and the games immediately before that, they're in charge, but you cannot underestimate this Manchester Giant team. They've got too many talented players.
Robertson finds Lewis. And Lewis puts up a tough contested three-pointer, can't get it. Quincy Rideau coming up with a big rebound. Phoenix trying to settle into an offense. Finds Chagwa going baseline. Good help side defense by Borsay. Maceo Jack now, he'll fire the 3. Just can't get it, but that's a good offense by the Phoenix.
That is all around the horn and back again. He's not giving him any easy shots.
Well, Phoenix, one of those teams, they do like to get the ball in the half court, but a few times we've seen they've struggled to get things in transition. White kicks out now. White tries another 3. This one's wide open again, no problem, as he makes the Giants pay.
Yeah, Aaron Wright again penetrates into the heart of the defense, kicks it to Skylar White on the opposite wing. Nothing but net from the big fella.
6-point lead. Lee trying to attack, and that's much better. And that's what they need from the big man. Just a few more points in the paint.
Yeah, absolutely. Use your size and athleticism, William Lee. We know you can shoot the 3. You've already made 2 of those tonight, but get to the basket as much as you can to put pressure on the Phoenix defense.
We know the bulk of the scoring inside the paint with the big fellas is always going to come from William Lee, but they're going to need a little bit more. Good defense by Ledger Robertson.
I think it's collective responsibility for Manchester Giants and individual responsibility and pride. After a couple of difficult results, they just really are pulling together, and that all starts on the defensive end.
Rideau trying to isolate, steps back. Well, this is Maceo Jack, excuse me, again, just taken. Maceo Boursier to school.
Yeah, Maceo Jack, it runs in the family. His mum, head coach at Syracuse women's team now, Hall of Famer in her college days.
He's hanging in the air at the moment, struggling from the field. Phoenix trying to extend the 6-point lead. White from downtown takes a 3. Another offensive rebound.
Good job by Nick Lewis, Josh. Just do the little things. Knock the ball loose. Get your team a steal.
It's a Boursier, excuse me. An offensive rebound. Coming from Ledger Robertson. A foul's going to be called on the ground. It's going to be the 2nd team foul against the Phoenix here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, good attack by Boursier. Maceo Jack trying to get that out of there. He's top 10 in block shots. 0.9 block shots a game. But again, Boursier causing trouble, being aggressive towards the hoop.
William Lee now going a little step floater. At the moment getting back-to-back points for the Manchester Giants.
And you've got to be pleased to see that if you're a Giants fan or a fan of British basketball, that William Lee getting back to full fitness physically and mentally, and making a nice shot with his right hand there going left.
Chagwa left with way too much time and space. Another 3-point again. You just got to ask the question to the Giants. You can't leave these guys wide open.
You pick your poison, but you can't all go in with Rideau. There's got to be a little bit of stunt action towards the ball and then recover to the shooter. Nothing happened there.
8th three-pointer of the game for the Cheshire Phonix. Again, right there, Stapley should have got the ball. And that one's going to be called.
Yeah.
Was going to give him a bit of criticism for not finding the big man wide open. Ledger Robertson, you could see in his face, he was ready, Graham.
Yeah, but that's fine. Stapley just was paid.
He converts the three-point play. That's now the third personal foul for Skylar White. That's why he's had to check out of the game. Trying to put the moves on. Got it by Stapley. Trying to isolate. Good help side defense. Lead with the interception.
Yeah, much better defense from Manchester, staying connected, filling up the paint. Good steal.
Well, again, there's 2 times. I mean, Lewis is going to the free throw line, but if you're the big man, Ledger Robertson, nobody's passing him the ball. I'd be infuriated.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, another opportunity just to drop it off. But there are a couple of defenders around Robertson. But as long as they're getting the foul and going to the free throw line, convert from there, then maybe Robertson will give them a little bit of space in relation to that. But if the defense overhelps and then Robertson is wide open, that's when that bounce pass or the pocket pass is going to come to him. So he's still got to be ready, expecting the pass, even if it doesn't come. You got it.
Well, Brian Simonian watches on now. Giants try. That's what we talked about earlier in the game. And they do have David Olf on the floor, but almost every big on this Cheshire Phonix team can play on the perimeter.
Yeah, they're a 5-out team. But David Olf, I like the fact when he comes in, he's being that inside play. Handoffs, pick and rolls. He's not going to pick and pop. So it just gives Manchester Giants a different look and a different problem to deal with on defense.
Makes the first free throw. Well, the Cheshire fans coming in here, the Cheshire Oaks Arena. We're live in Ellesmere Port. Sellout crowd tonight here in the British Basketball League. Ryan extends them back to a 4-point lead. 5:48 to go in the third quarter. Giants have not beaten the Phoenix in the last 5 meetings. We'll see it heavily defended by Aaron Wright. Tries to go for penetration. Finds William Lee. He goes inside the paint. He's got 6 points here in the third quarter.
Yeah, he was open on the baseline, but then dribbled to the top of the key as Ryan nearly gets it stolen, and he knocked it down in rhythm. Good to see.
It's interesting him. He's very effective when he's off the dribble inside the paint. He's very tough to defend. So Jack now, bit of time and space, can't get the three. We'll see it comes up with a rebound. Giants with a chance to tie the game up. They can take the lead here with Nick Lewis if he goes for the three-pointer. He's going to pull the trigger. The three is up, and again, no good. Stapley offensive board. Lewis goes in, misses. Another layup.
It's just not happening for Nick Lewis. He's not getting any easy looks. They've really keyed on him, the Phoenix defense, from the outside and also when he's driving to the hoop.
I just felt that time when you're pulling up for threes in transition. Well, what a rejection, but they're going to call a foul. I think there you can see Ledger Robertson saying to the referee, if you're going to call the foul, it should be on me, not William Lee.
Yeah, Robertson Legend just needs to stay calm. He's looking a little bit stressed there by that decision. But great effort. We know what a super shot blocker he is. And William Lee, with having them both on the floor together, it's real insurance policy at the hoop. But that time, foul called.
Well, Basel fans are going to take a short break. We'll be back momentarily. Well, welcome back, Basel fans. At the moment, Manchester Giants inspired by one William Lee here in the third quarter. You know, big man likes to shoot off the dribble, but Graham, you know, single-handedly keeping Manchester in this game.
Yeah, that was a really nice play. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 10.3 points a game on the season. So 5.9 rebounds. He's above his average. He's getting back into the full flow. Doing a super job for Manchester Giants and entertaining us all. 2 of 2 from behind the arc, 5 of 8 from two-pointer.
Well, the last time the Manchester Giants defeated the Cheshire Phonix was on the 30th of December, 2021. That's almost exactly 2 years ago tomorrow, if you think about it.
Yeah.
One Danny Clark at 22 points, 7 rebounds, current GM of the Surrey Scorchers. And who was the head coach? Surrey Scorchers head coach Lloyd Gardner. And that was the one and only time Giants had swept the Phoenix in a season.
Yeah, well,
for a long time.
Yeah, what an inclusion Dan Clark was for Manchester. But they got a chance tonight.
Well, Stampley the corner down the three-pointer. We're all locked in a piece at 56. The assist coming from Boursier.
Yeah, great catch and ready to shoot from the corner from Stampley.
Well, Ryan taking a three-pointer. They went under the screen. They took a gamble. Lewis comes up with a rebound. 4 minutes left here in the third. Lewis looking for an isolation. Use the ball screen from Austin Lawton. Finds a big man. Good recovery defense by LaQuincy Rideau. Now Phoenix can push. Again, a bit of a overzealous decision there by the Phoenix. And, you know, currently now with Christian on the floor, but that's not quite the three-pointer you want to see from the Phoenix.
Yeah, Christian, a young player out of college, and that was just too quick. There was a hand in his face as well, so it wasn't as though he's wide open. He's desperate to try and get himself into this game, but he has had some big moments against the Giants previously. 17 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists in one of the previous games against the Giants. He's just got to let the game come to him and relax.
Well, we'll see it now. Coming off one ball screen. Finding William Lee. Bit of contact. No foul called, though. The referee trying to say they got the ball. Phoenix looking to retake the lead. Well, Lewis made the interception, but felt he was held back. And the officials at the moment not giving. Jack trying to isolate. Got it by William Lee. Puts up a prayer and just somehow finds the bottom of the net.
Yeah, Maceo Jack not played a lot of minutes, only 10 minutes. Had that hot start. Three-pointer not going down. Smart player gets to the hoop.
Nick Lewis struggled here in the third quarter. They're going to call a foul on the ground. I think this one's against Aaron Rye, I believe. Or did they call this against Maceo Jack?
Yeah, Nick Lewis, a volume shooter. He's just going to keep shooting. He's 1 of 13 from the field. And I just think, you know, we know he's a super player. And we know this player's super because he's going to spin now and take William Lee underhanded to the hoop. But for Nick Lewis, maybe just resist the temptation to take that early shot, pass it along, maybe make a cut to the bucket or relocate or create something for someone else. You know, he's such a super, knows the league inside out. Sometimes just let the game come to him.
He joined the British Basketball League in early 2012 when he played in the Sheffield Sharks for Team Lions for almost a decade. He spent 1 season with the London Lions. Nick Lewis did in 2016-17. When he played for one Vince McCauley. The timeout's going to be called. 2:49 to go. It's a 1-point lead. Well, Basel fans, Christmas is finished. We're heading into January. That means one thing. The British Basketball League Trophy is coming next week.
The British Basketball League Trophy is back. The stakes are higher. The action is bigger. Here's how it all goes down. All 10 league teams are split into 2 groups of 5. The trophy games are played across 3 weekends in January, where each team plays 4 games within their group, 2 at home and 2 away. The top 2 teams from each group will go into the semi-finals. It all comes down to an epic Final Four weekend at the Utilita Arena in Birmingham on the 27th and 28th of January 2024, with back-to-back semi-finals played on the Saturday, followed by a double-header with the men's and women's finals played on the Sunday. It's time to find the 2024 trophy champions.
Arena.
Yeah, wow. Having top-class basketball in Birmingham, it's just going to be awesome. You know, Manchester, the way they're playing, they're going to fancy their chances in that trophy. Get hot for that. Cheshire Phonix, they lost agonisingly in the final last year.
Of course, the Phoenix, another turnover. William Lee comes up with a look out below. He's going to throw it down with one hand. Well, William Lee just went up with a gigantic throwdown.
Yeah, that's what the Giants fans want to see. Just that was sloppy pass across the court from the Phoenix. And William Lee just gobbled it up and threw it down.
Well, only 6 points from the turnovers for the Giants. Well, 11 going for Cheshire. Maceo Jack just sliding his way in and around the defense, and that's just too easy.
Yeah, same side of the hoop as the finish last time, just going downhill right at the hoop. And Maceo just showing that how smart he is. They're not going to give him the 3-pointer. And David Olf stepping out, causing a little bit of confusion for the defense. Maceo Jack makes the most of it.
That's what happens when you don't have Ledger Robertson on the floor. We know how great of a player Austin Lawton is, but without Robertson's presence, it makes it very tough. But this is what Lawton does give you. Relentless offensive rebounds.
Yeah, great job. And, okay, Evan Walsh missed, but all the help came over to try and stop Walsh from scoring, which left Austin Lawton leaning all over Maceo Jack. He was trying to box him out, no good. David Olf comes over, foul call. Offensive rebounds for Manchester Giants. That's setting their stall out, Josh, that they are going to not be denied tonight through effort. If you're just putting it down to effort and hustle, they are setting their stall out. And they're going to give it all they've got.
Just under 40 miles separates these two teams geographically, so a big rivalry, as we mentioned, historically. You can go back to the days when Nick Nurse was coaching the Manchester Giants at the Manchester Arena. Cheshire were known as the Jets. The Phoenix have definitely been the more successful of the teams more recently. Giants, that's just what they want. To have a taste of what it's like to win 2 trophies. In the case of what the Phoenix have won, they won one in 2018. And then won the more recent one, as we mentioned, against the London Lions. That was the trophy in 2022, but that's all Manchester wants. They had a chance in 2022, that same year, when they lost to the Leicester Riders. That was in the former British Basketball League Cup, but that's what a rivalry is all about, Graham.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Jack firing a 3, in and out, can't get it. Lawton another rebounds. Giants leading by 1. Walsh goes in with a Euro step, and again, he might be the best in the British Basketball League at that.
Yeah, this time on right-handed reverse, just relentless, getting into the chest of the defender. No chance for the Phoenix there.
Well, great anticipation on defense by Nick Lewis. Momentum just slightly changing.
Yeah, good job by Nick Lewis. Put yourself forward in every defensive play, every rebound, every loose ball. Just get that side of the game going. Then all of a sudden, your shot will go down.
Trying to go for a ball reversal, trying to penetrate, going in. Almost got it, but draws a foul. So Evan Nobili, I don't want to call him now. He just gets to the bucket, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he'll finish either hand, off either foot, at any angle, at any pace. And
oh no.
Okay. Maybe offensive foul.
Yeah, offensive. Oh, interesting.
Again, need to have another look at that because it looked like it was a decent play, unless he was using his off arm to fend the defender off.
Trying to isolate now, going in and around the defense. Can't get it. Walsh comes up with a loose ball.
Good defense again, great hustle, reducing Cheshire Phonix to just 1 shot on offense.
Lewis trying to get it around the defense. Hangs in the air. Again, nothing draw. Austin Lawton very disappointed there, but we saw what happened in the last game against the Caledonia Gladiators. He needs to control his emotions because, you know, in my mind, he has been phenomenal for the Manchester Giants. And he's upset because he did get hooked on the arm, but referees have called it.
Yeah, great job getting in amongst the Cheshire Phonix defense, going for that offensive rebound. Just treat the offensive rebound as a pass from somebody else's miss and just get after it and anticipate it. And you can make a job, you can make a lot of money just being a great rebounder on the offensive end or both ends of the floor. And Austin Lawton is definitely one of those players.
Again, just needs to step up and make his free throws. You don't want to look back on this game and think the outcome could have been different had you made your free throws. Just get to the charity stripe, knock him down. Four-point lead to Manchester, 25.8 seconds left. Well, the traveling fans for the Manchester Giants, you can see Dominic Allen, the son of the, oh, excuse me, the daughter of the great Clive Allen, former British varsity player.
Yeah, Clive.
So plays in the WBBL for the Manchester Giants team as well, but at the moment, 1 second difference between game and shot clock. Ryan nowhere to go, kicks out, finds Jack. Maceo trying to go all the way, just can't finish. Ryan gets the offensive rebound, but again, rejection time. We have to force this up. Shot is up and it goes over the backboard. Well, Basel fans, at the end of the fourth quarter, it is a 4-point lead as Brian Simonian happy with his players. We'll be back momentarily. Well, Ben Thomas currently under a bit of pressure at the moment, Graham. Again, they don't want to lose another game here tonight. Last time they lost 3 games in a row was last season. Of course, they haven't done that yet this season. Last year, they did, in fact, lose on the 17th of February to Caledonia, then to Leicester Riders, and then to the Bristol Flyers. But they haven't lost 3 in a row this season. Can they prevent that from happening? Giants holding on to a 4-point lead. Lewis trying to run circles around the defense, wraps around. Nothing dropping for Nick Lewis still, Graham.
No, it's such a tough move. He's having to work so hard. And then frustration for him. He's tried to create a charge situation against Quincy Rideau, and that just hasn't worked out either.
Well, it's a tough one there. I mean,
Yeah, unless he's, again, not being completely square on.
Well, Jack left wide open, can't get it. Another offensive ball for the Phoenix. Oh, don't left wide open. What's happened to the Giants defense, but they get away with this.
And they just didn't seem switched on either of those defensive sets.
I think Stampley's a little bit disappointed because I think Chagua was just trying to get away from him, but may have just made contact with the back of his heel.
Again, good defense. I mean, once they'd switched on, the Giants, they played some good defense there. So they're getting great output from this team. 17 offensive rebounds, and they're averaging just 8.6.
A strong move by Evan. Nobly Walsh just went straight to the bucket.
Yeah, you can't let him do that. That time it was a straight line move. So used to him moving side to side. That time just a traditional layup.
Phoenix need a response, and that's one there. They cut it down to a three-point ball game. Just need a tray ball.
Yeah, Cam Christian, 35% from three.
Which goes in. Oh, is a foul called or not? Interesting decision. Walsh made the aggressive drive. Let's have a look here. Oh, Graham, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, there's a lot of contact there.
Well, Walsh goes up, and Evan Nobly one more time. Again, all you need to do is make him a little bit angry. He comes right into a response, doesn't he?
Yeah, good job by Walsh, but then Maceo Jack straight down the other end. As soon as you've scored, you've got to get back because Cheshire Phonix came straight at you there. And Maceo Jack seems to have aborted three-point attempts at the minute and just keeps going to the bucket.
Trailing by 5 points, 8:36 to go. Phoenix don't want to lose 3 in a row this season. Something they've been very good at this year. Jack makes the first one.
Yeah, Maceo Jack has had a big influence in his life, and we've spoken about it off air. His mother, Felicia Leggett Jack, Hall of Famer at Syracuse, and has coached at such a high level and with such success in the US, and now back with Syracuse as the head coach. And I'm sure she'll be trying for a NCAA Final Four appearance or maybe even win it all. But what a great inspiration and support for Maceo Jack.
Lee going for the mid-range. Fades away, just a little too strong, but nobody going in for a weak side rebound. Well, Rideau had numbers, decided to go himself. Graham, all he had to do was throw the lob up.
Yeah, Evan Walsh in the thick of it yet. There, taking a tough defensive play.
But this time, Nick Lewis does get the contact, does get the call, and will be going to the free throw line.
Yeah, I think that's a smart move, and that's a good job by Nick Lewis, just laughing it off. Smile, relax, get to the free throw line. These other moves, as we've talked about, Josh, have just not been going, whether it's from the outside or trying to get anything going inside because all the defense is coming over and collapsing. So either get to the free throw line or just try and share it, which it just done to Evan Walsh whenever made that close-in score. So it's just mixing it up at the right time.
Free throws here for Nick Lewis. He's had quite a tough evening tonight. First quarter quite well for the Giants. Only 6 points here this evening. He's over 7 from the perimeter. He's only missed 1 free throw. He's now 5 for 6 from the charity stripe. Kind of get how this game's going. Is he going to make a three-point at some point that could be the defining shot of this game? We'll find out. He is that kind of player, though.
Yeah, absolutely. But don't force it. If someone's guarding you, trust your teammates. You've got a lot of talent on the floor for Manchester Giants. If your shot's not the best one, give it up, get a great shot.
Well, the score taking place between the Gladiators and the Lions. Lions have an 8-point lead as they're also in the third quarter. That's currently live on Sky Sports. Game of the British Basketball League between the Caledonian Gladiators and the London Lions. The Lions now, or excuse me, the Manchester Giants going up by 7 points, and Nick Lewis may have just got into that rhythm, Graham.
Yeah, well, he had. I think it was Evan Walsh to his right, but he decided, you know what, I'm going to pull up. He did have a defensive player reasonably close to him, but he pulled up at the free throw line and drained it. Big play on the back of the 2 free throws as well. Let's watch this. He's got a yellow shirt to his right. He's going to pull up. Well, why not? He knows what he's doing, Josh.
Well, you mentioned it. He's a volume shooter. You know, what is going to be the message right now for Ben Thomas to his players?
Well, they've got to take care of the basketball. They've got to keep Manchester Giants off the rim, off the offensive glass, as we've already mentioned. 17 offensive rebounds. That's an unbelievable effort for Manchester Giants. But they've got to share the basketball as well. They can't be forcing it, because you've got Legend and Robertson and William Lee and the like waiting if you're going to take it into the basket when there's no help coming, because they're going to block your shot.
Well, you know, two key players in the case of the Cheshire Phonix. You've got Ethan Chagwa, and not to mention William Lee here for the Manchester Giants. Both players 19 for Lee, Ethan Chagwa 17. You know, going down the crunch time, these are the kind of players you want to get into the rhythm.
Yeah, Chagwa hasn't touched the ball for a while. He needs to get involved. He often plays off other players, so they've got to look to get him involved. But the two best players on the floor, slightly different the way they operate, but super exciting for the crowd and for all the viewers around the country and around the world.
Well, William Lee, championship experience when he played with the Leicester Riders back in 2020-21. Joined the Giants last season, but the season was cut short due to injury. Again, as you mentioned, great to see him back for the Manchester Giants and British basketball. Wide pick and pop, big time three-pointer, and all of a sudden, 4-point ball game. Phonix not going anywhere, Graham.
Yeah, that's the way to come out of a timeout. Pick and pop, Skylar White creates space, and he creates a nightmare for the Giants as he knocked down the three.
Both teams 30% from the perimeter. Lee going down the paint. Has to go for a fadeaway. This guy looking like a British Basketball League Kevin Durant at the moment. Well, off the dribble.
I've been thinking that, and I haven't said it. You've just said it. That is a fantastic move. Elevates, and there's no way anyone's going to guard that jump shot at the top of his jump.
Again, LaQuincy Rideau going in and just exposing the help side defense. Graham, go look in the lost and found. You may find the Giants' help side defense, but going back to that comparison about William Lee, it's the elevation when he shoots off the dribble. You can't block it. There's no bust. I don't even think George Mirasan could block this shot. And that man was 7'7".
George Mirasan, I remember seeing him in Cluj. The pocket, he was there on one of the days for Eurobasket. Yeah, William Lee, it's 2'6". That's a lot of size for a jump shooter.
Well, Basel fans currently watching this game live on the British Basketball League YouTube between Cheshire Phonix and the Manchester Giants. Please let us know and vote for who you think the player of the game is. It will be in the comment bank. Let us know your thoughts. Who should be player of the game? Live here on the British Basketball League between the Manchester Giants and the Cheshire Phonix.
I'm not sure what happened there. Stampley again getting in around the offensive rebound effort. They initially gave it one way, and I think they're going to give it in the favour of Cheshire Phonix, which is absolutely correct.
Well, Phoenix now chance to cut this down to a 2-point ball game, maybe a 1-point ball game. Defense has been a bit of a problem for both teams. Another foul's going to be committed. That's going to be the third team foul against the Giants, against Legend Robertson. Rideau's been a factor so far here in the fourth quarter. Trying to find an opening now. Hangs in the edge. Just can't get it. Follow-up no good. Here comes Walsh. He goes to the big three, and there's the KD comparisons. William Lee, big time. 7-point lead for the Giants.
That is just a fantastic team play. That's what Caledonia were doing to Manchester Giants on Boxing Day, and Giants have just executed a three-player transition drill with the three-pointer at the top for William Lee. Absolutely fabulous from Manchester Giants.
Well, William Lee, born in Alabama, but at the moment, he's coming and made in the British Basketball League. He's now got down back to a 5-point ball game. Now you can see two Manchester Giants players of 4 fouls. Legend Robertson and Austin Lawton. Phoenix just need to remain composed, Graham. 5 games, Giants haven't beaten them here in the British Basketball League.
Yeah, and they've got a massive chance today, but things can change so quick in the British Basketball League.
Lee going in with the float, and I'll say it one more time. Born in Alabama, but made here in the British Basketball League, William Lee is terrific.
Yeah, what a series of moves he's putting together for his ball club.
In comes Evan Walsh off the turnover. The Giants will have a 9-point lead with 5:05 to go. Manchester trying to break down the problems Penetration, no and one. Free throws coming up for the Phoenix. That would have been big if he made that one.
Yeah, and especially off the turnover as well. You know, Cam Christian, he could be key because he's not going to have the players hanging on him that some of the other Cheshire Phoenix stars will have as Aaron Rye takes a seat. He's been filling up the stack sheet, but not points-wise so much today. They've done a good job, Manchester Giants, on keeping him relatively quiet.
Well, 21 fast break points you already saw there from the Manchester Giants, but one thing they've been good at here in the fourth quarter is converting the turnovers from the Cheshire Phoenix. And you can just feel the anxiety from these local fans here in Ellesmere Port. This beautiful town in the northwest of England, just below the city of Liverpool, has been the home of professional basketball since the mid-90s. What a great fan base it's in. They've seen the highs and the lows. But, you know, this is a good season for them, but lose tonight. Be the first time this season they've lost 3 games in a row.
Yeah, and I think there will be, you know, there will be some questions asked, and they must have known Manchester Giants were going to be completely up for this, and they have been from minute one. And actually, with the Giants tonight, there's been no letdown. There's been no time in the game, maybe because of the way Simonian has put his fives together, and with Jamal Anderson having to rest, so it's tweaked things. Balsier started, played really well, and I think Evan Walsh is definitely back to his peak of his powers tonight.
Well, you got to give the ball to William Lee. He's been on fire so far. Lee again for the mid-range. Just got a little bit cold. Big rebound by Skylar White. Hudson trying to push this for the Phoenix. Jack pulling up for a quick 3, and again, just not the right shot they need. Walsh goes in, bangs, gets the and one. Evan Oberly. Walsh.
I mean, that is so tough. You've got to be so flexible to be able to do that, to be attacking at the pace he was going, Josh, and then he goes right foot, then left foot and finishes.
Well, short break. We'll be back momentarily. Well, this man, Evan Walsh, well, should I say Evan Nobly Walsh, 17 points tonight. He just gets the bucket. No force in the Bruges Basketball League can stop Evan Walsh.
No, and that's just so tricky. And Maceo Jack gets caught up in the play because Evan Walsh goes quick, then stops and slows down and goes sideways, and Maceo Jack runs into the back of him. He's just a complete nightmare, a terror in transition.
Three-point play, big cushion now here for the Manchester Giants. The last time they beat the Cheshire Phonix was, of course, almost 2 years ago tomorrow. Foul's going to be called on Austin Lawton. That's going to be his 5th foul, I believe. Yeah, he's out of here.
Yeah, that's tough, but great play by LaQuincy Rubio. Just turned on the afterburners and got to the hoop. That's tough on Austin Lawton, but a good job by him. He's kept himself together. He's done everything he can for the team. And is it going to end up being a Giants victory on the back of some really good stuff by him.
Well, these are big free throws now. 4:23 to go. You're down by 10 points. Good thing for Cheshire. They've got one foul to give at least. But any more fouls, and they'll go to the free throw line. I mean, there's a bit of time left, but they're going to have to find some inspiration. So Phoenix fans, one thing they'll do all night long, they will cheer right to the end. There's another play, Graham. Also 4 fouls for Ledger Robertson.
Yeah, he's got to be really smart when he goes for the block. If you're uncertain whether to elevate and go for the block, just get your hands up as big as you can. 2'16", 7'1". He can create a lot of problems without even leaving his feet.
Well, Lee also with 3 fouls. Stapley now pump fakes. Goes for a little floater, can't get it. Phoenix 4 minutes to go, trailing by 8 points. Might try to find Maceo Jack in the corner. You can see 4 players in double figures for the Phoenix, but you know, for them, it's just been costly turnovers and also a very poor show here in the 4th quarter, Graham.
Yeah, they are struggling in the 4th, but it's good ball pressure and good pressure 1 and 2 passes away from the ball there from the Giants.
Well, foul's going to be called against Nick Lewis, and tough one because you there definitely saw LaQuincy Rideau lost control of the basketball.
He's had a couple of the attempted charge that he tried to take off on Rideau and at half court, and then that one just looks a little bit soft, but maybe there was some contact on the hand.
I mean, the one disappointing thing about that call, though, of course, is LaQuincy Rideau's lost control of the basketball. That's the one thing, and it's almost one of those. It's a real gift here for the Cheshire Phoenix, and they got to take the most of it as he makes the first free throw. But Giants as well, same criticism to them is that you're up by 10. You just gifted them 4 points, all from the charity strike.
Yeah, and Giants have got to manage this lead. They haven't led at crunch time for a while. Certainly the last couple of games, they were so close to beating London Lions, and they lost in OT.
Well, Walsh caught a double team, kicks out, finds Lewis. There's the 3 we talked about, hasn't made one tonight. Stapley now, he gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Stapley just bailing out the Giants because Lewis 0 for 8 from the 3-point line tonight, Graham.
Yeah, Nick Lewis has really struggled. I think he needed to take that one because time was running down. He maybe could have passed it off to his left, but he wants to take the shot. But it's volume shooting, and if it's not going, I just think he's got to just be slightly more disciplined and pass the ball up. But he is making some good defensive plays. And sharing the ball, but if he can just share it at the right time and take the shot at the right time.
Well, Stapley's made 1 free throw this evening. That's the 5th miss of the night here for Manchester Giants. 6-point ball game. Can put him up by 7 if he makes this one. All right, missed them both. The pressure just getting to Nick Stapley. The only player in foul trouble at the moment here for the Phoenix. 4 fouls for David Olf, but he's not on the floor at the moment. Rideau looking to isolate, goes in the round, finds Wright, pump fakes. Well, nobody on the perimeter wide open. They go to White. This is a huge 3. As Hudson just keeps us alive for the Phoenix. Time winding down yet again. Again, they almost so Rideau keeps alive. Teardrop, are you kidding me? Bank is open, baby.
Yeah, and that play was all started by Jack Hudson with the hustle play, keeping it in bounds, and then LaQuincy Rideau, bit of magic off the glass.
Well, an absolute nightmare for the Manchester Giants. 3 loose balls. It's almost going to be another turnover. Oh, they've called a foul. Oh, just when Cheshire were going to come up with a loose ball. Manchester, it's the 14th foul, so it should be a baseline possession. Have a look at the replay. What do you think here, Graham? That's the right call, yes.
Yeah, look, Rideau coming in from the blind side is similar to Nick Lewis when he's been trying to guard Rideau, so it's the referees are being consistent.
Well, LaQuincy Rideau has just been given a technical warning by the referees. That was the 15th foul, my apologies. So 2 big free throws here for Nick Lewis. And the free throw shooting from Nick Lewis has been great this evening. He's only missed one free throw tonight. He's 7 for 8. Makes this one. He can put them back up by 6 points. Makes them both. Brian Simonian last season coaching in Malta. Now coming to the British Basketball League, but tough job to turn things around as Chagwa finds Hudson under the basket. He finishes. The time coming from Ethan Chagwa.
Yeah, so nice to see. Make the extra pass, give up a good shot to get a great shot. Great concentration by Jack Hudson to get the finish close into the hoop.
Well, then there's the 5th foul for Ledger Burton. He's out of here. An illegal screen. 2:20. Graham, could the Manchester Giants be choking under intense pressure? Brian Simoni's going to have to call timeout. And let's have a look at the replay here.
Yeah, I mean, that is just crazy. 7-1 against the guard. Just stand there, Legend. Please, don't need to move to your right. You don't need to move. Just stand there. The player with the ball will use the ball and get into space. It's so unfortunate because he's done so many good things for this ball club tonight.
Well, if you look in the back there, the man behind Ledger Burton, that's Richard McNutt, former professional British basketball player who played for the Sheffield Sharks. Played NCAA Division II in Alaska. Also was my college teammate in the USA when I played in Pennsylvania. Richard McNutt, former assistant coach with the Cheshire Phonix. But going back to, of course, to Ledger Burton, he's been working out all postseason and preseason with the great Ryan Richards, British basketball player drafted in the NBA in 2011 by the San Antonio Spurs. A lot of potential for Ledger Burton, but the Giants need him in the game right now.
Yeah, and Richards. Both players 7-1, so similar size, and it's just so unfortunate. But you can see that it may be because he feels he has to, really create some body contact, but you don't need to. Just get the angle as good as you can, accept the screen you've set, don't move, don't give the referees a chance to call it. But that's 2 of their big players.
Well, big games coming up in the British Basketball League. Leicester Riders will be hosting the Sheffield Sharks. That will be on Saturday at 5 p.m. While Plymouth City Patriots will also be hosting Newcastle Eagles. A bit of a rivalry between those 2 teams in the last 2 seasons. Sheffield Sharks will then also be hosting the Manchester Giants, a classic derby, or the Roses, if you like, here in the British Basketball League on Sunday at 3 p.m. While Surrey Scorchers on New Year's Day at 3 p.m. will be taking on London Lions, the first game of 2024 in the British Basketball League. All live on the YouTube platform. Well, 2:04 to go here in the 4th quarter. Ben Thomas, I hope he takes beta blockers, but his team definitely have given him quite a lot of anxiety at the moment. It's been a great game, but they don't want to lose 3 in a row tonight, Graham, do they?
No, and Giants won't want to be going further behind Scorchers, who play Lions, and there's a steal.
Well, what a careless turnover. It's going to be possession back to the Phoenix because William Lee got caught in the jump ball. Lee's trying to say, listen, I was fouled there. But Graham, Phoenix just throwing it away.
Yeah, that's such a dangerous pass and not enough pace on the pass as well, going cross-court. Again, fake that cross-court pass, make the defense react, and then just pass it towards the basket where there's a lot less jeopardy.
2 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Phoenix down by 4 points. Ryan looking to isolate, goes in, Eurostep, drills a foul. Go to the free throw line, the fouls against Evan Walsh. Well, like that, as soon as he got the ball in the open court, you can see Ben Thomas saying to him, ISO, ISO, go for it.
Yeah, and Aaron Wright again, up and over on his Eurostep move, gets the ball up really high, so it's tough for Evan Walsh to get a piece of it. And looks like the foul's against Walsh. And Aaron Wright to the free throw line. And I know, Josh, the shortlist is being put together for Player of the Month for December. And I would look at Aaron Wright if he keeps going at the same lick as a possible MVP candidate for the whole season. But he's got to be in the conversation, I think, for this month, especially with a massive performance against London Lions and then following up the Newcastle Eagles. Even though both in losses, he's just been huge.
A big moment now in this game. Giants lead by 2 points. William Lee off the pick and pop, big 3, it's up, but William Lee in and out, can't get it. Oh, Stampley looked like he knocked that one out of bounds.
Yeah, this is where they maybe need the video replay, but good contest on the 3-point shot from Lee. Cheshire Phonix really up and playing good D. There's the contest from Aaron Rye without the foul. And that looked like to touch Stampley last.
Well, Lewis goes for the quick one, can't get it. Giants get another chance. Run to 10 here on the shot clock. 90 seconds to go. What a silly foul to give away by LaQuincy Rideau, because now you're going to send William Lee to the free throw line.
Yeah, really intense defense from Cheshire Phonix, but in the end just too physical. Boursier back in the game. He hasn't been in the game for a while, played under 20 minutes. Is he going to steady the ship for Manchester Giants, because they've gone from a 10-point lead. They've only got a 2-point lead at the moment now.
Well, William Lee went to the University of Alabama, leaving in 2018, where he averaged 10 points per game. Played in the NBA Summer League for the Memphis Grizzlies as he misses the first free throw. But his career saw him go to Serbia in 2018, then a brief time in Germany. He came to the British Basketball League for one great season. And after that, he went to play in Tunisia. But we're lucky to have him back, but he's got to make this free throw here for the Giants. Makes the second one. 3-point ball game. Under 90 seconds, Graham. Again, fasten your seatbelts. Securely on the floor, playing point guard duties. You know, Isley goes behind the back. There's the three. Three is up. Doesn't get it. Rye offensive board. Rye's got to go up with it. They're going to call a traveling violation against Aaron Rye. Again, very tough play by Aaron Rye, but a timeout's going to be called. Manchester Giants want to talk it over. They have the ball, 109, and they have the lead.
It's another great effort by a player on this floor. 17 offensive rebounds for Cheshire Phonix, 20 for Manchester Giants, and it creates an extra offense. Unfortunately, Rye travels, but it's the intent both teams have shown, and it's given us an absolute masterclass of hustle, offensive rebound, and never giving up on plays.
Well, interesting. I don't know if they've taken Aaron Rye out of the game, but interesting decision of substitutes. Again, it looks like he's going to make a change now.
Such crunch time, though, Josh.
We've got to be aggressive, don't we? Come on, let's go.
Well, looks like Aaron Rye's coming out. One of the go-to best players on the team. Tough decision there by Ben Thomas.
Yeah. Had the issue against London Lions when they had the lead, and he took him and Jack out, I think, and the stress is starting to show for Ben. But this is what this league is like. It's elevated. The games are thick and fast, and you've just got to manage your emotions. But let's hope it doesn't come back to bite them in the backside. Cheshire Phonix with Rye sitting down almost on a double-double. One rebound from a double-double.
Think about that. One rebound and 5 assists away from a triple-double for that matter. But, you know, 109. You can understand why Coach Thomas is upset he's turned the ball over, but right now they need composure. Neither team with any fouls to give. You see now getting around Jack Hudson. Lewis gets called a double team. And there's a turnover, and now Rideau comes up with it. Chagwa goes all the way. Chagwa had the layup. Hudson's not the player who takes the threes. There you go. They had the chance to go in transition. Chagwa had the layup. In the end, they went for a Jack Hudson three-pointer in the corner. I mean, Jack Hudson, hard worker, very good point guard, but seldom takes a lot of three-pointers for the Phoenix.
Yeah, he's out there for energy, but you know he's got to believe in himself in that instance, because Cheshire Phonix are trying to do the right thing and bring Aaron Rye back in, but they're trying to do the right thing by moving the ball and getting the correct shot, whoever's going to take the shot.
See, I'm confused by the substitution to take Aaron Rye out. He's turned the ball over. You've taken him out. Now you brought him back in. You could have had him on the floor to be an extra player on the perimeter, because you know he can't knock down three-pointers, but by taking him out, my fear is you kill his confidence at that point.
Yeah, I don't know if it was because of that or if it was tactical in Ben Thomas's mind, but
what's tactical about it? That's my question.
Well, yeah. I think at crunch time, you can rest Aaron earlier in the game, but at crunch time, you've got to have your best players on the floor.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. It's like your best players must be on the floor with a minute to go. It's a very, that's a tough one, very, very tough one.
Well,
timeout's going to be called. They're down by 5 points at 37.4. Now, you know, this case, 13 seconds between now and the 24 mark. I mean, you got to go quick, haven't you?
Yeah, they've got to make a quick decision. Let's see if we can listen in to Coach Thomas.
Make sure no one's scoring it here. Okay, Aaron, get the ball here if you can. If not, Scarlett, pop out to the corner. Right, Ethan, if none of that happens, you've got to get through. You have to get through. Use your safety. Okay, Aaron, take that off. Do Scarlett step up to you. Aaron, go to the basket. Be aggressive. Okay, hey, go to the floor. They'll probably call a timeout. Go to the floor. Everybody to the floor. Okay, I don't want to foul until the ball comes in.
Well, again, be aggressive. That was the word, but you can only think right now. You got to try and get something before you get to the 24 mark. Give yourself at least 5 seconds or so, which means it gives you 6 seconds because you can give yourself enough time to play defense and get a stop down the other end, but. It's very, very tough here for the Phoenix.
Yeah, 2-possession game as well. So important. The Giants have got that 5-point cushion. But yeah, if they can get something quick here, then get a steal or something on the defensive end, then they're back in the game.
Well, they have advanced the ball. Must get something here quick. Ryan fakes it. Goes to the spin out. Tough move by Aaron Ryan. There you can see 3-point ball game. 6 seconds difference. Phoenix don't need to foul. Just need to get a stop on defense. Don't want to foul here. Don't want to set Manchester the free throw. Well, there it is. Oh, no, they get it back. Great job by Boursier. And there's the foul. Graham, you got to ask yourself why. There was still time.
Yeah, and they had Boursier where they wanted him, facing away from the bucket. Let's just see it again. He loses it. Good job by Ray knocking it loose. Then Jack and Chargois all over him. Just continue that. Try and get a 5-second.
But why? Like, all they have to do is defend. Get them to attempt the shot. They miss it. You get the rebound. You've got, depending when that shot's taken, you could have 6, maybe more seconds left.
Yeah, no, agreed. And they reached in, and Boursier needs to make at least one of them.
He has missed the first one. Wow. Boursier just makes his free throw. That's the cushion for you. 82% free throw shooter Mason Boursier. Man from Canada. Well, he'll be asking those questions when he reflects on this game. Was taking Aaron Ryan at that point with a minute to go, the right decision to make. Giants having no plays. Boursier makes a second one. 23.5 left, down by 4. Rideau looking to attack. Bumps goes in the lane. Now it's a 2-point ball game. Now Giants, you want to defend him to the half court. Try and put him into a trap. Get him to turn it over. If they get it over, you got to commit the foul now. And that's the foul committed by LaQuincy Rideau.
Foul called against number 3, LaQuincy Rideau.
You kind of feel this is going to be a very long 12 seconds, Graham.
To the line.
Yeah, well, Ivan Walsh, 47 of 59 from the free throw line so far this season.
Makes the first one. Again, this is a key test for him. Step up, make these free throws. This is the kind of composure Mark Studer will need for anybody that will represent Great Britain at the FIBA Eurobasket qualifiers. That's the kind of composure you want.
Yeah, and that elevates him to the next level, Evan Walsh.
Rideau now looking to penetrate again. Fine. And there's the block. Good defense by William Lee. Well, Basel fans, we thank you for joining us here at the Cheshire Oaks Arena. Finally, since 2021, Manchester Giants get their first victory in the league against the Cheshire Phonix. What a game it was, Graham. This team, they turned it around tonight. And now you have Cheshire, 3 consecutive victories, something we haven't seen since last season.
Yeah, they're on a tough run of form. And they've got to turn it around quick. Great job by the Giants, real big bounce back.
Okay, Graham, I got to ask you, there's been some fantastic players who stepped up big in the time of this game, but who was your player of the game?
Well, that man right there, Manchester's number 4, William Lee, outstanding. 27 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He just kept giving at this giving time of year. and it was just a sensational performance. A man that's been through a lot, had some success at Leicester, took some time out for mental health, had come back from ankle surgery, and he's gradually built himself into a really top player. And you're right, Kevin Durant's, or the Kevin Durant version in the British Basketball League, because there is a lot of similarities and length and good defense and a big-time slam dunk.
As we said before, former University of Alabama player started in the NBA Summer League with the Memphis Grizzlies, started his pro career in Europe in Serbia, and went to Germany before playing for the Leicester Riders, winning that championship in 21. But, went to Tunisia, but then he realized how much he loved the British Basketball League, and, how lucky are we to have this man back in the league.
Yeah, and playing with confidence and playing in a team that believed in themselves and in each other, and they're just so good to watch when they play like this. Cheshire Phonix played their part. They gave it everything they had, but they just didn't have enough against this very talented and without Jamal Anderson Manchester Giants team.
I mean, you said it right there, talented. They've got the talent. They just need to find the way on the floor together collectively with the synergy. Look at those players there. Evan Walsh, Mason Borsier, you got the likes of William Lee. There's some very good players on this team, Graham.
Yeah, Roberto Legend, Lawton, they've got characters I really like, and that character really came out in that game today.
Well, again, Basel fans, we need to break this game down as we reflect on the statistics. And Graham, what can we say about this wild ending in the second half?
Yeah, well, look at the 3 points, 10 of 39 Cheshire, 7 of 23. So they've got the head there, but 25 of 52 from two-point race for Manchester Giants. A lot of that William Lee and some Evan Walsh as well.
Well, of course, you can see the turnovers, 13 for the Cheshire Phonix. But now it's time to look at the fixtures for the upcoming games here in the British Basketball League. Well, we started, of course, the Eagles winning against the Patriots, Leicester Riders losing against the Bristol Flyers. And of course, the other game going on, the London Lions currently lead by 6 points on Sky Sports, while on Saturday we have an exciting doubleheader. The Riders will be hosting the Sharks. Plymouth City Patriots will take on the Newcastle Eagles. On Sunday, New Year's Eve, it will be Sheffield Sharks taking on the Manchester Giants. And of course, the first game of the new year will see Surrey Scorchers host the London Lions. Well, now it's time to look at the table here in the British Basketball League. And Cheshire Phonix could have gone with the same amount of wins with the Caledonia Gladiators, depending how the Glads do later tonight, but they do not, unfortunately. And now you can see Manchester Giants, 7 victories like the Surrey Scorchers. It's looking quite exciting for who's going to make the playoffs in the British Basketball League. And, Graham, this team, so much talent, but, what is the limit for the Manchester Giants?
Well, if they can play with that same intensity, not just playing like that on the back of a couple of bad results because they want to prove to themselves how good they are, but just make that the norm. And with the talent, they were sharing the ball, so the ball ended up in the hands of the right player. I know Nick Lewis struggled at times, but then he worked it out that, okay, I'm not going to score it, so I'll share it or I'll make a steal, poke the ball away. I really enjoyed the game today. It's been a fabulous matchup, a really great advert for the British Basketball League.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Well, Basel fans, we'd like to say thank you for joining us on the live YouTube stream for this one between the Manchester Giants and the Cheshire Phonix. I'm Josh Bett. He's Graham Hiscock. We'll see you for more games later here in the British Basketball League. Goodbye for now.